All right, October 24th, 2024, DJ Clark Kent passed away.
Mm.
Where were you when you got the news, and what was your reaction?
I was in my house. I was in my crib. First, it came across on the internet, and I'm like, fuck. So I called one of my right-hand men in my life that I met through Clark when we was recording way back when, my man Ray Dawson. I called Ray Dawson. He don't pick up. I call his brother. He don't pick up. Then Ray called me back. I'm like, yo, he said it's fake news. He already knew I was calling and everything. It's like fake news, bro. He rumbling, but it's fake news. I'm like, he rumbling? He like, yeah. And then I guess on October 24th, that's when he called me like, yeah, he gone. You know what I mean? It didn't seem real. You know what I mean? Like, it didn't seem real. And we just went into a heavy reminisce bag. It was crazy. Like, long night on the phone, you know what I mean? Tears, laughs, all that shit. You know what I mean? And then came time to go up there to the funeral, and that was deep. That was deep because traffic was so fucked up. Once I got to New York, this would fuck me up. Once I got there, I was cool. But on the way up there, man, it was like accident after accident. That shit was crazy, right? And I'm calling my lady, and I'm like, babe, I don't know what's up. Like, this shit crazy. She like, just keep pushing. I mean, you ain't gonna miss nothing. It's meant for you to go because you're already going. I'm like, all right, I know. So finally get there, and the whole time that I'm feeling like I want to be there when the doors open and shit like that, all I can hear him in my head is saying, don't take longer than 2 hours to get up here. We're going to have a conversation because you know what you're doing. I mean, like, and we laugh it off or whatever. So I get there, my man Ray come meet me. I park, he come grab me. You know what I'm saying? Save my seat. And I'm sitting there, and it's like the most beautifulest layout. Grand, just very grand. Pictures everywhere on the big screen and shit. Sitting there like, fuck that. Like, surreal than a motherfucker, man. Like, am I really here, cuz? Like, and I got a 2 hour plus ride, so all this shit going through my head, like, that was deep. I'm by myself, my nigga. I don't even think I had music on. You know what I mean? Yeah, you see? So I get there, we sit down, we go to the funeral. They spoke so Angie Martinez and his wife Keisha, Angie Martinez, and DJ Scratch. That's what I remember. I remember all that shit they said. And they was right. And it was thorough. And it was like, he touched so many people. He helped so many motherfuckers' dreams come true, put them in position. And that's when I really felt truly blessed to have been a part of that. The nigga chose me, God. And bet the house on it. You understand what I'm saying? Everything Clark Kent went into everything he wanted me to be. And that was the album early. No rap. So, yeah. That shit was deep. But it wasn't sad. It was unbelievable. But it was a celebration of life. It hits you here and there. But then you listening, and if you know him, you like, oh yeah. Oh yeah. Man, like, so it's like, Clark just wanted everybody to be and grow and do and be happy and live, and That was Clark. I knew that guy. He did it to me. He fed me life when he was living. But I had no clue on that 2-hour drive that he would feed me life in his death. I never been to a funeral that made me feel like that in my life. You know what I mean? The positivity, the energy. If you didn't leave that bitch motivated, something was wrong with you. I mean that. Everybody. You know what I mean? So, I'm with my guys. I'm with my fucking guys. These niggas was there first working with Clark in that room, Unique Studio B room. They was there first. And then here come me. He gotta integrate me. And you can't integrate a nigga with niggas. No man can do that. You could say, this is my man, such and such. But everything else after that is tested however it get tested. See? So we had to go through that. You know what I mean? And they knew I was elite and ready and committed to Clark. They knew I wanted to win. We started having conversations of who next. Who gonna go first at one point in time? Joel Marquis. He started making music. I talked to him. He didn't make the funeral, but I talked to him afterwards. Got his number and all that. And he was like, yeah, nigga, you was a fucking problem, nigga. Like, you know what I mean? Like, when you was niggas was like Sandman. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you was stepping niggas' pens up, like, and he wasn't the only one to tell me that. And it was like, damn, that's crazy to learn after the fact, you know what I'm saying? And it was like, you know, that night, I just got everybody together, man, everybody that was there. And it was only but like 2 people. Joel wasn't there. And Nevada, rest in peace, he wasn't there. Nevada was crazy. He was hot as shit, right? And we like all circled up in the hotel, like in the lobby and shit. I'm like, so what we gonna do to celebrate Big Bro? You know what I mean? So I'm hearing shit like, I ain't pushed my pen in 10 years, and yeah, but you was nasty, nigga. What you talking? Saying, you know, man, blah, blah, yeah, dust your pen off. What you talking? Nigga, blah, blah, blah. What you talking? I'm ready right now, nigga. What's up? Okay, bet that. I'm ready to, nigga. What's up? All right, bet. Here come the engineer that was with Clark on my album, Customado. He there. Cuz we talking about, see us gathering. You see the smile on his face when he walk. He like, get the fuck out of here. I'm like, yeah, nigga, it's up. So I'm like, Cuz, what's up? He like, man, I got the stew. I'm talking to DJ Music Rocker. He there. You know what I mean? So everybody that was part of my album and the growth of it was there except Clark. So the idea was formed to do this Clark Kent Masterclass album. That's going to happen. Because all parties going to do it. And everybody hot as shit. Them niggas was hot. Like I said, Joel Marquis, Ray Dawson, Tommy Dawson. I want to say Marvar. I hope I'm saying that right. Jerry Walker. Nevada, rest in peace. Will Mill. Them niggas hot, man. It just
What was the last conversation you had with Clark?
regular. You say when or what?
Just like, what was it? What was it about? Like, you know,
Life and hip hop. Yeah, what you doing, man? I see you got the kids, Blasey Skip. You know what I mean? Like, life was life, and at this point, like, CK used to come to town, and it'd be like, all right, I'm DJing here, I'll pull up. You know what I mean? We mobbed the joint, he do him, you know what I mean? We had that ball or whatever the case may be. And, you know, it was that, and then when I stopped, like, caring about rap or whatever the case may be, it would just be a little different. Like, I would get the invites or whatever the case may be, but it was like I'm chilling or whatever. You know what I mean? And then it just became like a phone thing. And it was like, you know, here and there. You know what I mean? It wasn't like every other day me and CK was talking at that time, but it was like, you know, I would check in. I know the number by heart. You know what I mean? Still to this day. You know what I mean? So, you know what I mean? It was just like life. Like, damn, you know what I mean? Then I always poaching for beats. I'd be like, you playing around. I'm like, I'm dead serious. Send me some shit. You know what I mean? Blah, blah, shit. Crazy. I just went, I was about to lose one of my emails and I went through all this shit to get it back. And when I went through it, it went all the way back. I want to say like maybe 08, 07, some shit like that. But in it got a feature that you can slide through the joint instead of going. I didn't know that. Like you can slide to the next email. So if I'm going through it, Clark shit pop up. I'm like, oh. And he sent me 2 beats. First he sent me one. He was like, kill this, right? I'm going to do these beats, right? And I'm going to add them to the nostalgia CD that Clint Sparks is doing with me. I'm going to do these beats. But when I put them out by themselves, the cover is going to be the email for each joint. How I responded and all that. It's hilarious, right? Yeah. So he like, yeah, kill this joint. So I'm like, all right, bet. He said, then he hit me back. And a few minutes later, like, no. Kill this one. And he made it. You know what I mean? So I'm like, all right. Clark was the guy who made me love rapping over other people's beats. I hated it. Because I grew up like that when I didn't have producers. Once I got with the elite Philly producers, I wasn't trying to go back to that shit. I was spoiled. You know what I mean? So he was like, no, you got to do freestyles for, you got to do one for Clue. You got to do one for Flex. You got to do one for Slay, rest in peace. You know what I mean? You already got Who Kid, you know what I mean? But you got to, like Clark, man, you got to rap on a beat and make them yours, man. I'm telling you. And I fell in love with that after a while, like fucking a beat up, whether I would honor the rapper's style. Most of the times I would get on it and somehow pay the homage to the artist. It was never about shitting on him. Like, sticky beat. It ain't that. It's always you know what I mean? It's a salute. Yeah, man.
Right.
Clark
Well,
Kent.
rest in peace, man.
Yeah, the legendary Brooklyn's finest, New York Giant, God's favorite DJ, Clark Kent.